In this session, let's get on the Entra admin portal and create a user. You can also make use of Azure portal, but my recommendation is when you work with Entra ID, make a habit of using Entra admin portal going forward. To create users in Microsoft Entra ID, start by navigating to the Identity section in the left-hand menu. From there, go to Users and select All Users. You will now see the user management screen similar to the one displayed above. To add a new user, simply click the New User button. This will open the user creation form where you can enter all the necessary details to onboard a new identity into your tenant. Once you click New User, you will be presented with two options for creating users. At this stage, go ahead and select Create New User. This option allows you to create a member user, a cloud-only or local user, directly within your Microsoft Entra directory. You will be able to specify details like username, password settings, and optional role assignments. We are now on the Create New User screen, where we are in the process of creating a user named Scott. Let's walk through what we are doing on this page. I have entered Scott as the user principal name and selected verified domain securevantage.eu. This means the full sign-in ID for the user will be Scott at securevantage.eu. The mail nickname is automatically derived from the user principal name and set to Scott. This is the earliest used in email routing and internal identity references. I have entered Scott Tiger as the display name. This is how the user will appear in directories, email list, and Microsoft 365 services like Teams and Outlook. The option Auto-Generate Password is selected. This means a secure password will be generated for Scott, and I can copy it by clicking the clipboard icon. The user will be required to change the password on first sign-in. Account Enable checkbox is selected, meaning Scott's account will be active immediately after creation. If I left it unchecked, the user would be created in a disabled state. Simply click the Review plus Create button at this stage. We are now on the Review plus Create tab of the user creation process. This is the final step before the user is created in the directory. To finish, all we need to do is click the Create button at the bottom. Once I do, Scott's user account will be created in Entra ID tenant, ready for sign-in and further configuration. We can now see Scott Tiger listed alongside other users in the tenant. User type as member confirms that Scott is an internal user of the organization, not a guest or external identity. The user creation process you've just completed applies specifically to member and guest users. These are the most common user types you will manually create through the portal. However, you won't use this method to create hybrid users or service principals. Hybrid users are typically synced from your on-premises Active Directory using Microsoft Entra Connect, while service principals are created automatically when you register applications or configure service-based identities. Don't worry. You'll explore these other user types and how to manage them as you progress further in the course. You're off to a great start. Now that Scott is created, we can assign him to groups for access control, apply licenses for Microsoft 365 services, configure conditional access policies or MFA, update his properties like job title, department, etc. In the subsequent sessions, we will go through these updates.